friends, it's the Stitches, and I look kind of atrocious right now, and the audio quality probably isn't that good, but I thought today I would take you around my studio and show you just how I have it arranged and how I keep my stuff organized, and yeah. Hayden and I moved into this house several months ago. It's been a bit. So I have had time to settle in and everything is pretty much where it always is now. I do usually have several projects laying out here and there, but I'm not really working on anything right now that's big and in the way. I have everything managed, so this is a good time to show you guys everything. So when you first walk in, this is the view. The walls are kind of a gross, dingy, like yellowy beige color, but we're renting and we don't really intend on living here super long, like 1 to 3 years tops. So I don't really feel like painting it and then painting it back and doing all that work when we're not gonna live here very long. A little unicorn. This guy took me about 6 months to make. It was my very first paper crafting project ever. It was probably a little bit ambitious for my first paper crafting project. And then I have this blue background hanging here for selfies. It's kind of dark and hard to see, but on the shelves I keep some envelopes for shipping, and then I have some different papers. This is all just different paper that I use for various projects. And then I believe this container is all pins. I have my shipping weight up here. And then I have some other miscellaneous inventory down here. I have my business cards, some little, I use these for resin, but I don't really have any resin right now, so they're just kind of there. And then this has all of my zines in it that I keep on hand. It's kind of disorganized. And then this is all of my shipping stuff and packaging materials and things like that. And then down here I have some little photo backgrounds. They're literally just cardboard that I've painted so that I can use in backgrounds for Etsy photos. And then next to that little area is this little closet. This is actually the only closet in the house, but since it's not in the bedroom, we just decided to use a garment rack for our actual clothing. And I just have this for storage in here. So my dress form just kind of has whatever I'm working on at the moment on it. Right now I have this skirt. And then on this side of the rack, I have finished jackets that I'm working on a re-release with some new stuff for Etsy for my hand-dyed jackets. And then on this side I have some other miscellaneous stuff, some things that need working on, some stuff I'm trying to sell on Depop, that sort of thing. This is primarily craft and sewing storage. Sorry, my voice is a little bit raspy. It is springtime. In this container, I have just various little small supplies. They're labeled with what they are. So I think in here it's just all washi tape. Yeah. And then on top, I just have some little pushins. This set was a gift from Hayden. This set I think I got on like clearance at Hot Topic or someplace like that. And then these are actually a couple ceramic projects from like middle school. And I have some other little things in here. And then another pusheen. And this is the one singular My Little Pony I've ever found at a thrift store. And this is from when I was like 3 or 4. And then I have just some little medals here. I think this is from like 4th or 5th grade. And this is from high school. I got like 3rd place in a poetry competition. And then this one just says #1 loser. And then I have some Care Bears and some other little stuffed animals. Back here, I have some fabric that's on bolts and interfacing, and I think this is just a plain bolt, but I do have some fabric that can go on it. And then sort of tucked away back here between the closet and my desk is this bad boy. This has basically all of my pencils and pens, and my Copics are in here. I have some more little extra lining pens. My neighbor's dogs are barking. And then this is all just Sharpies. And then I have just my paints and stuff down here. Down here, this is all like dye and chemicals and things like that. I have my purses hung up on the wall here. I just keep them in here because it's easier when I'm doing lookbooks and stuff. I don't really change out my purses often. I pretty much just use the same one every day. So usually when I need to change purses or think about matching a purse to a look, it's when I'm working on a lookbook. So it's just easier to keep them in here. And then this is my drafting table. Again, the light is terrible in here, but maybe from this angle you can see it better. And it has these two little drawers and a little cubby in the drawers. And here I keep just sort of extra supplies that I don't use very often. And this is paint swatches that I draw just little doodles on to hand out with orders. And then in here I have my paints and my glitter, and I have these tiny little canvases. And then I also keep my tablet up here. And then in my drafting table I have some storage, and that's where I keep like sketchbooks that I'm currently working on, and paper, like loose paper and canvases, and just other little things so that they're easy to grab. These little guys I use as pattern weights. They're actually little piggy banks. So I filled them with, I used to be a coin collector, and I had just a lot of foreign currency that wasn't old enough to be valuable, but wasn't like worth enough for me to go to the bank and get it cashed out. So I just filled it in these piggy banks, and I use these as pattern weights. And they're very cute. This one has a little balloon ball or beach ball type thing, bouncy ball, and it's like blue and purple and pink. And this one's got like a little present. I found these at a Goodwill for like 50 cents each, and they're adorable. And then I have a fuzzy frame with a little Gem Flack postcard in it. And then this little trophy says, haven't cried in a whole day, or didn't cry for a whole day. And it's filled with some rings that I use for lookbooks, and it's also got these little signs from when I did my cruelty-free symbol video on the 3 different bunny symbols. And then I have this other little trophy with some like perfume samples in it. I don't know why those are in here. Just sort of rusted against the side of my desk is also my bigger sketch pads and my like big watercolor paper and stuff like that. My sewing table I did a whole video on. I painted it. This is an antique table that my grandmother gave me. It's the table that I learned how to sew on. It's got this little ruler up here. I wanted very much to preserve the ruler, so I painted over it. It doesn't look great. It's kind of messy looking, but at least I still have it there. And I can always get it properly restored later. But yeah, I just love my little pink sewing table that I painted. And I painted all the metal hardware with this purple spray paint. And then I also lined the drawers with new paper. I don't really keep anything interesting in here. This is just my pins and some like very important sewing supplies that I need to always have on hand. And then I don't even really use these other drawers. Like this one has nothing in it. This bottom one doesn't even open anymore because I kind of was dumb and painted it shut. And then behind my sewing machines, I have these rulers just for making patterns and measuring and doing all of that. And then my little cork board that's just cute, and my thread that I keep in rainbow order because it's a lot easier actually to find colors that I'm looking for. And then I have just these little postcards. And then down here we have Fantasy Club, both of these. This is actually a local artist whose name kind of escapes me at the moment. I have it written down somewhere, but I don't remember their name and I feel bad because it's really cool. And then this is actually, my mother made this and I put it in this really cool frame. But she actually made this when she was in high school for an aunt that I was named after. And that aunt has since passed away, so now I have it. And another Sad Ghost Club. And then this is an antique plate of bats. At one point I wanted to get a vampire bat tattoo and I wanted to base it off of this guy, but I wanted like the shape of him, but I wanted to make him really cartoony. I still might, maybe, but I don't really know anymore. But I do really like this little set still. I got that off of Etsy. And then in this container I have all of my zines. This is my personal zine collection. I have basically all of them in here. I don't keep my like independent publishing chapbooks in here, but these are all strictly zines. But yeah, I really like those. And then this is just for refilling the water on my iron, because this is actually an ironing table. I upholstered it with some cotton batting and then some fabric over the top of it so it's safe to iron things on top of this table. And then on the side I have a little caddy just kind of stapled on for my scissors. And it makes cutting out patterns and ironing small pieces really convenient to have that set up. And then this is actually for a project I'm working on right now. And down underneath this table I have some paintings, and then I have this little stool. These are paintings that I've done, so they're all pretty recent, but I'm working on a little bit of a series, and then I'll probably show you guys the series once it's done. And then against this wall I have my setup for filming. So I have this little rug which needs to be vacuumed, and then I have my little background that you are probably all very familiar with. It says "Stay Soft," and then I have my lights and my mic, and this is literally just a bed sheet that I have attached with like hair clips. Yeah, high budget productions here. And then we just have all this computer equipment and stuff. So the racing wheel belongs to Hayden. That's his stuff. To me, it's mostly in the way, but you know, he likes it. He enjoys a good racing game. And then I have this little puppetry project that just kind of sits there, and then this is a blanket that I use when I have to like get on my knees and film stuff down here. I have really bad knees and this is hardwood floor, so I just kind of use it to cushion my knees. And then we have our computer set up with my printer and my laptop and the big girl and all of that stuff. I mean, I don't know if there are too many computer nerds here that would find this interesting, but yeah, that's what I edit videos on. And then we're back to the door. So that is the whole dang room. Yeah. Okay guys, I hope that this was interesting for you. I just wanted a low impact video for today because I'm working on a lot of art stuff at the moment and it's monopolizing a lot of my time. So yeah, I hope this was entertaining. I hope everybody has a good day. I hope everybody enjoys a good time in their favorite room in their house, and I will see you all next time. Bye!